How's it going, guys? In today's English speaking video, I'm going to show you another preset that I made. This is my cat. And let me just explain to you how this particular preset functions and some of the do's and don'ts and etc. Let's take a look at the preset. By the way, forgot to show you the floor that me and my girlfriend did. Yeah, so it's all checkers now. Checkers. See, checkers everywhere. Told you. Okay, so we are looking at this preset called Rivers, and as I said before, Helix is very flat, and in my case, it's very easy to accidentally press the wrong buttons. What I tend to do is I tend to follow the same pattern, putting my various song sections in similar locations. In this case, these blank snapshots are just my rhythm sound, and in the heat of the battle, if I want to turn off my solo sound, I just kind of slam down like this, and most likely I will get to one of these three buttons. But typically my rhythm sounds are on the bottom, my lead sound is here. It's called Vibe Solo. This is just solo. This is for special effects flanger, and also in this location, the 6 snapshot location is where I put all these kind of exotic / obnoxious sounds. And I also use my expression pedal for wah-wah and delay. Let me turn on my guitar and show you how all of it sounds. But basically, this is my layout. Come on, focus, damn it. Cool. So this is my main kind of rhythm sound. Just guitar into distortion into a Fender type amp. Then the solo sound is as I always do. I add an EQ, and in this case it's also vibrato and also delay. And I made a video about this. I discovered a really cool trick is if you have 2 snapshots on the Helix, one has delay on, but the tempo of the tap tempo is very fast, and another snapshot where the delay is disabled, but the tap tempo is very slow. What happens is if you have the trails enabled, it gives you this exaggerated kind of explosion. Hear that? So what Helix allows you to do is it allows you to do these various studio-like tricks very easily. And this is something that makes a difference whether you sound like a bar band, like a garage band, or you sound like a freaking CD. These various tricks, and I don't recommend using them in every single solo to rhythm transition, but it's a really neat idea to give you this either kind of explosion of the trails of delays, or just allowing you to maybe play some chord up the neck or down the neck. So it gives you extra time to prepare for your next part or something, if it makes sense. So all right, then we have the solo without the vibrato. And for this solo, I have this really cool delay that does these like ping pong sounds, but also it also alters the pitch. So it's like those tape machines from the 60s and 70s. The tape would get stretched and the pitch would go all over the place. So it provides this extra chorusing, really interesting rhythm, kind of. Let's see. Rhythm patterns, and this is my second solo without the vibrato. Now, let's talk about the wah-wah pedal. So, once again, Helix is incredibly versatile, and you can have various effects controlled by the wah-wah pedal. Typically, and this is because I was coming from the pedal world, actual analog pedals. My most favorite pedal for wah-wah is Bad Horsey by Morley, and it's automatically engaged, and it's spring-loaded, and when you put it in the heel position, half a second later it just switches off. So Helix gives you the ability to do similar things, except unfortunately this pedal is not spring-loaded, but you can either turn on the wah-wah pedal by clicking it in, or have it saved per snapshot, so you go to your like solo/solo snapshot and your wah-wah pedal is already on, or you can set it up so that when it passes a certain threshold, when you start using it, it turns on. When you put it in the heel position, it turns off after a predetermined amount of time. I like half a second. I think it makes the most sense, but what I did here is that when I start, let me show you. So when I start rocking it, I also have the delay, and the delay turns off after a second. Hear that? Let me show you what I'm doing here. See? And I also whenever I have automatically engaged wah-wah pedal, I put the cursor on it, and when I save the preset, so that I don't forget that my wah-wah is automatic. Otherwise, there's a chance that it can get left in that position. Right? So this is just kind of a visual cue for me to remember that, oh, this preset has automatically engaged wah-wah pedal. So don't forget to turn it off after use. But yes, so this is the wah-wah sound. And finally, for kind of last sprinklings, the final touch is I have a flanger snapshot. And let me show you in the context. And once again, adding flanger gives you that polished studio sound. So. To give you that swoosh. So there you go, guys. So what have we discussed without going into much detail about the actual preset? How to lay out your snapshots following the same pattern so that it's in a familiar place, that my solo button is all the way to the right. Whenever I use the wah-wah pedal that is automatically engaged, I put the cursor on the wah-wah block so that I have a visual cue for myself. And the really, really, really awesome kind of explosion of the delay trails, which you should definitely give a try. 2, 4. There you go, guys. Any questions, drop me a line. Bye-bye.